It is 3 a.m. In a dimly lit suburban home in the United States. An exhausted parent stares bleary-eyed into the glowing green rectangle of a baby monitor. Down the hall, separated by 2 doors and 30 feet of drywall, an infant is crying. The prevailing wisdom says to wait, to sleep train, to let the baby self-soothe. Now, cross the Pacific. It is 3 a.m. in Tokyo. A mother and her infant are sleeping soundly, breathing in perfect synchronization, lying side by side on a firm futon. There are no monitors, there are no tears, and there is certainly no nursery. What if I told you that the Western obsession with infant independence isn't just a cultural preference, but a historically recent experiment? And what if this very obsession is actually the exact reason why everyone in the West seems to be losing sleep? Today, we are diving deep into the sleep gap. We will explore the hidden biological science and an undeniable global paradox regarding SIDS. To understand why Western babies sleep alone, we have to travel back in time. For the vast majority of human history, solitary infant sleep was not just culturally unheard of, it was a biological death sentence. In hunter-gatherer societies, a baby separated from its mother's body heat and protective presence would not survive the night. So when did the West decide to put babies in their own rooms? The shift began in the late 18th and 19th centuries, during the Industrial Revolution and the rise of the Victorian era. As wealth increased and houses grew larger, the concept of privacy became a status symbol. Medical professionals of the era, operating on pseudoscience, began advising parents that sharing a bed would spoil the child or expose them to toxic adult breath. In the 20th century, behaviorists like John B. Watson cemented this divide, arguing that affection would create weak adults. The nursery became a staple of the middle-class Western home, designed to forge rugged individualism. While the West was busy building walls between parents and infants, Japan maintained a trajectory rooted in its cultural DNA. In Japan, infant sleep is tied to a phenomenon known as amai. Coined by Takeo Doi, amai translates to the desire to be loved or the assumption of another's indulgence. It is the deep trust that forms the bedrock of Japanese society. From a Japanese perspective, a baby is born as an independent, isolated being who must be coaxed into an interdependent relationship. This is the exact opposite of the Western view. In Japan, co-sleeping, or kawa-no-ji, which translates to the shape of the river character, where the child is the small line between the parents, is the standard. It is not considered a dangerous habit, but a necessary foundation for emotional security. They sleep on firm floor futons, removing the risk of falling. The Japanese mother views nighttime awakenings as a natural rhythm, responding instantly, often without even fully waking up. Let us strip away the culture and look purely at the biological science. What is happening inside the brain of a solitary sleeping infant? Dr. James McKenna at the Mother-Baby Behavioral Sleep Laboratory has spent decades studying this. When a human baby is born, it is neurologically immature. It relies on the mother's body as an external regulator. This means a baby's breathing, heart rate, and temperature are stabilized by the physical presence of the caregiver. When placed alone, the primal brain registers a survival threat. Studies measuring salivary cortisol reveal a startling truth. During cry-it-out methods, infants' cortisol levels spike. After a few days, babies stop crying and fall asleep, but their cortisol levels remain abnormally high. They have not learned to self-soothe. They have simply given up, entering a state of physiological despair, realizing their cries will not be answered. Conversely, infants near mothers show significantly lower regulated cortisol levels. This brings us to the most controversial aspect, SIDS. For decades, Western guidelines have warned against bed sharing, citing it as a primary risk factor. The message? Never sleep in the same bed as your baby. Yet cultural anthropologists point to the SIDS paradox. If co-sleeping is lethal, then countries where it is universal should have high SIDS rates. But they do not. Japan, where co-sleeping is universal, has one of the lowest SIDS rates in the world. The answer lies in the how of the environment. In the West, adult beds are hazardous. Elevated, soft memory foam, heavy duvets, and plush pillows. Furthermore, Western adults are more likely to consume alcohol or medications that blunt nighttime arousal. In Japan, the traditional environment involves a firm, thin futon on a tatami mat. Blankets are distinct. The Japanese mother, due to breastfeeding and habits, remains in a state of heightened, semi-conscious awareness. The danger is not in closeness, but in the modern, sedated Western sleep environment. Theory and data are one thing, but how does this clash play out in real life? Enter the Western expats in Japan. Sarah, an American expat in Kyoto, meticulously prepared a Pinterest-worthy nursery. When the Japanese public health nurse did her home visit and saw the isolated crib, she was visibly distressed. The nurse asked Sarah why she would push her baby so far away. For Western parents in Japan, the pressure to co-sleep is as intense as the pressure to sleep train is in the US. Many expats describe a profound sense of relief when they finally abandon the monitors and rigid schedules. They adopt the futon, embrace amai, and report getting significantly more sleep. Instead of walking down a freezing hallway, they simply roll over, nurse, and fall back asleep. Have you ever experienced a culture clash in your own parenting journey? Let me know in the comments below. So, where does this leave the sleep-deprived Western parent? Are we supposed to throw out our mattresses? Not necessarily. The goal is to understand the biological truths and adapt them safely. Science points us toward a highly effective middle ground: safe room sharing. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that infants sleep in the parents' room on a separate surface for the first year. Bedside sleepers, or co-sleeper bassinets that attach to the adult bed, offer the best of both worlds. They provide the biological pacemaker effect. The infant can hear your breathing and feel secure, which keeps cortisol levels low, yet it eliminates the risks of soft mattresses. We need to stop viewing infant independence as a race. Independence grows from a foundation of secure attachment. When we bridge the sleep gap, we realize that keeping our babies a little closer now gives them the strength to stand on their own tomorrow. Thank you for watching.